Hey world, check it out. Check it out. I got a story to tell. I got another one. I got another story to tell. So listen, this is another story about my childhood. I was maybe about between 10 and 12. I had a lit childhood. I really did. So my cousin Sadat, I was down at my grandparents' house, and my cousin Sadat, this was in the country. This is in the country. So we found stuff to play with. We were always outside in the woods, doing stuff, building stuff. One day we decided we were gonna build a bike. So we go, and this is from Sadat's old bikes and old bike parts and some other family's old bike parts. So we go, we get a frame. So we got a frame. We find wheels, put it together. We find handlebars. Let me let you know, this bike was like a hodgepodge of stuff. It wasn't one bike that we put together. It was a bike that we put together from multiple other bikes and parts. So we're out there just, screwing and tightening bolts and wrenching stuff and putting chains on. So we construct this bike out of a bunch of other bike parts. We put it together. Once we put it together, Sadat and I was like, we have to test it. So I volunteered to test it. Well, right before we test the bike, you might be saying, oh, so did you all just get on and ride it to test it? That would have been too safe. What we did was we built a ramp. So there was a stump in my grandmother's front yard. So we had some plywood and some other stuff, and we built a ramp on the stump. So in order to test it, I said, we have to make sure it's sturdy. So it needs to be able to hold up to at least like a ramp jump. So let's jump this ramp. So Dot and I agree. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to test it. I get on the bike. I take off running full speed. And there's a decline. The stump is at the end of a decline. So we're going downhill, riding, picking up steam. I hit the tree stump on the ramp. I hit the ramp. I'm airborne. I'm about 5 feet in the air, airborne. But when I hit the ramp, I hit it and the front tire comes off. So I'm airborne with no front tire. And you can imagine what goes through my head. I'm thinking this is not going to end well. So the back tire comes down, and hits the ground. The front two spokes, and there's no tire there, just the front two spokes where it holds the wheel, that sticks into the ground, flips me over. So I flip over on my back, and I see the bike flipping, coming down, and the spoke stuck right beside my head. And the whole time my eyes like this. And so I hear, you know how when things happen in slow motion, when you're traumatized, and I hear my cousin running like, Rashad. So Sadat is running, Rashad, you okay? He gets there and he's looking over me. You okay? And I'm like, I don't know. The moral of the story is, sometimes you need to take baby steps. Don't just go from A to Z. Like, we shouldn't have tested that bike like that, not jumping the ramp. We should have just drove the bike first. Maybe did a couple of wheelies and come down. But we was being boys out in the country doing what we do. Again, the moral of the story is, sometimes you got to ease yourself into things. Don't just jump into everything like I did. I love you.